welcome to the Korean whiteboard lesson. My name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, Keijin입니다. In this lesson, you learn Korean words for family members. Let's get started. Okay, so let's look at the vocabulary. First word we have is 아버지. 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 It means father. 아버지. But in English, you also say dad a lot, right? Dad, daddy, dad. In Korean, we say it 아빠, 아빠. So 아버지 is polite way to say father in Korean. 아빠 is quite informal. 아빠. How about mother in Korean? Mother in Korean is 어머니, 어머니, 어머니. And this is, again, is a polite word. Informal word is 엄마, 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 엄마. So when you talk about your father and mother to your friends, you will use these words more often. 아빠, 엄마. But in some formal situation, I will use 아버지, 어머니, 아버지, 어머니. So imagine you are a male. You're a male and you have older brother, older sister, younger brother, and younger sister. How can you say these words in Korean? So the older brother is 형, 형, 형 in Korean. This word is only used by male. 형. How about older sister? If you're a male, you can use this word. 누나, 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 누나. So it means older sister. And again, this word is only used by a male. How about younger brother? Younger brother is 남동생, 남동생, 남동생. 남, it means male. 동생, 동생 means younger sibling. So it literally means male younger sibling. 남동생. How about younger sister? You just replace 남 with 여. 여 means female. So female younger sister, younger sibling is 여동생. 여동생. You can omit this gender word though. 남, 여. Just remove 남, 여, and you can just say 동생, 동생. It means younger sibling. It's very commonly used. So you don't have to mention their gender. You just say 동생. This is my 동생. Means this is my younger sibling. It doesn't have to have the gender word all the time. Okay, so what if you're female? If you're female, you will use different words for older siblings. For example, 오빠. If you're a K-pop fan, or if you're a fan of Korean dramas, Korean movies, or Korean TV shows, you probably heard this word really a lot. 오빠, 오빠, 오빠. It means older brother. 오빠, 오빠. And again, this word is only used by female. 오빠, 오빠. How about older sister? 언니, 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 언니. It means older sister used by a female. 오빠, 언니. And for younger siblings, they use exactly the same word. 남동생 or 여동생 or even just 동생, 동생, 동생. And imagine you are married and you have your own family. If you're male, you will have a wife, right? Wife in Korean is 아내, 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 아내. Or we use this English word, wife, wife. In Korean pronunciation is 와이프, 와이프, 와이프. 와이프 is also commonly used. But have you noticed? 와이프. In Korean, we don't have F sound. So we replace the F pronunciation with P sound. So instead of wife, we say wife, wife. So for wife, we have two different words, 아내 and wife. Both of them are used very commonly. Wife is from the English word. It's a loan word. How about son? This is my son. Son. Son in Korean is 아들, 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 아들. 딸, 딸 is also commonly used, which means daughter, daughter. 딸, 딸. What if you're female and you are married and you have a husband? Husband in Korean is 남편, 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 남편. Then do you use this husband in Korean too? We don't use this husband as a long word. So nobody say, this is my husband. So we just say 남편. So for husband, we only have one word, which is 남편. For son and daughter, the words are exactly the same. Son is 아들, 아들. Daughter is 딸, 딸. So these are the most known Korean words for your family members. Let's look at the dialogue. Two coworkers are talking and one of them is showing a picture to the other on her phone. See what family member is used in the dialogue. 누구예요? 남편이에요. One more time. 누구예요? 남편이에요. 누구예요? Who is this? 누구 means who. 예요 is from the verb 이다, meaning to be. It's technically a particle, but it works like a verb. 누구예요? Who is this? Who is this? And 누구, who, 예요 is. So there is no this in the sentence. In Korean, we often omit some part of the sentence because it's understood in the context without it. 남편이에요. 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 We learned this word here, right? 남편, 남편, it means husband. This is my husband is 남편이에요. 이에요, again, is from the verb 이다, 이다, meaning to be. Again, it's a particle, but it acts like a verb, to be. 남편이에요. So technically, it means is my husband, is husband, but in the context, we understood this and might. This is my husband. 남편이에요. What if you want to say a different family member? It's not husband, but for example, it's my mother. This is my mother. Let's look at more examples. So what if you want to say another family member? For example, is this is my mother. Do you remember the word for mother? Is 어머니, right? 어머니, 어머니. And we say 예요. It's from the 이다, again, meaning to be. So it literally means is mother, which is this is my mother. 어머니예요. 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 Did you notice the difference? I used 이예요 here, but I used 예요 here. Why? 어머니, 어머니. This word is ended with vowel sound, right? 어머니, 어머니, 이. It ended with vowel sound, so we use 예요, 예요. But here, 남편, 남편, it kind of ended with N sound. It ended with a consonant, so we use 이에요, 이에요. Again, if the word is ended with a consonant, we use 이에요. And if the word ended with this vowel sound, then we use 예요, 예요. 어머니예요. 누나예요. 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 누나. This is my older sister. 누나예요. 누나예요. 누나, It ended with vowel sounds. So again, we are using 예요 here. 누나예요. And by looking at this word, you know that the speaker is a male, right? Because 누나 is only used by male. If you're female, you will use this word instead. 언니, 언니. It also means older sister, but it's only used by female. 언니예요. 언니, because 언니, it ended with a vowel sound. 오빠예요. 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 This is my older brother. 오빠 is the older brother. 오빠 is used by female, right? So if you're a male, you will be probably saying 형, 형, 형. It means exactly the same, but this word is used by male. 형. But 형, it ended with consonant sound, right? 형, it ended with consonant sound. So in this case, I'll be using this ending. 이예요, 이예요, 형이에요. How about this? This is my son. 아들이에요. 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 This is my son. 아들. Daughter is 딸, right? So I would say 딸이에요. This is my daughter. 딸이에요. Again, 아들, it ended with a consonant sound, right? 아들. So we are using 이에요 here. If you want to say, this is my younger sister, then it will be 여동생이에요. 여동생이에요. 여동생 means my younger sister. 여동생, it ended with consonant sound, right? So we are using 이에요 here. So if you look at these examples, you will probably notice a pattern here. You say a family member word here and say 예요 or 이예요. Again, you just say the family member and then say 예요 or 이예요. Do you remember when you use 예요? 예요? Let's see. 어머니예요? 누나예요? 누나, If a word ended with a vowel, you use 예요, 예요. If the word ends with consonant, then you are going to use 이예요, 이예요. So any family member is okay. Just say the family member in Korean, say 예요 or 이예요. In English, it means this is my family member. In the example, you don't see my, which is 내 informally, or 제 formally in Korean. It's because you can omit it when it's understood in the context. If you want to mention my to refer to your family member, you will use 우리 informally or 저희 formally, which literally means our. So the informal way to say my mother is 우리 엄마. The formal way to say my son is 저희 아들. Please note that you will use 내 informally and 제 formally, which means my to refer to your younger siblings. So the informal way to say my younger sister is 내 여동생. The formal way to say my younger brother is 제 남동생. Do you remember how to say father? 아버지, 아버지. And how to say mother? 어머니, 어머니. Do you remember how to say older sister as a female? 언니, 언니. And how to say older sister as a male? 누나, 누나. Do you remember how to say younger sister? 여동생, 여동생. And how to say older brother as a female? 오빠, 오빠. Do you remember how to say older brother as a male? 형, 형. And how to say younger brother? 남동생, 남동생. Do you remember how to say daughter? 딸, 딸. And how to say son? 아들, 아들. Do you remember how to say wife? 아내, 아내. And how to say husband? 남편, 남편. Do you remember how to say this is my husband? 남편이에요. 남편이에요. That's it for this lesson. In this lesson, we've learned how to introduce your family members in Korean. Thank you for watching the video. I'm Kejin, and I'll see you on KoreanClass101.com. 다음 시간에 봐요.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.